and welcome to the world's most famous chess combinations number 11. Now, before you see the position from the game between Alexander Beliavsky and Garry Kasparov that was played in the World Cup in Belfort in 1988. And I remember that my then chess trainer Hans Baumeister showed me this position, and he was very enthusiastic about it. So I thought I'd also share this position with you guys. So in the previous 10 episodes we have seen winning combinations, but tonight I want to show you a defensive combination, which, by the way, in the end also leads to a winning position. Now if we look at the position, we can see that black has an extra bishop. It's sitting here on g7, and that is because earlier in the game Beliavsky sacrificed his bishop over here on the g6 square to achieve a very dangerous attacking situation. We can see that black's pieces are a little bit scattered, they're not really cooperating at the moment, and white on the other hand has two very strong rooks on the d file. He has an active queen, his knight can jump to a strong square here on g5, and it is also white to move. So Beliavsky played here rook e7, and this poses a very serious threat to the black queen, of course. And if the black queen moves, for instance queen c6, then white doubles up on the 7th with devastating effects. So after rook e7, Kasparov was facing some difficulties. Now let's see how he managed to solve them. First off, he played bishop h6 check, counter-attacking white's king, which is feeling a little bit chilly also. Now there is a number of possible defenses here, of course, and in the end Beliavsky played king b1 because after rook d2 g5 would be possible, and this would win the rook on e7 because it's no longer protected by the queen. Also after bishop h6, knight d2 would not do because of queen d8, all of a sudden threatening to go to d3 and mating the white king on the next move. So the bishop on h6 would be a poisoned bishop, because now queen takes e7 is also possible. Note that after queen takes h6, queen d3 would be bad because of queen takes h7 mate, of course, but queen e7 is good enough. And also after bishop h6 check, the immediate queen h6 wouldn't do for the same reason, because after queen takes e7, black is simply a rook up. So in the game, after this check, Beliavsky played king b1. And now, again, if the queen were to move, then rook 1 to d7 again would be devastating. So Kasparov plays another interesting move. He plays here rook d8, and the queen is again poisoned because rook takes d1 would be checkmate. But now Beliavsky plays his strongest trump, rook d6. In playing rook d6, he blocks the d file, so of course black is no longer threatening rook d1 checkmate. Now Kasparov could have played here rook takes d6, but then after e takes d6, this pawn is becoming quite strong, and again there is a threat against the queen and the bishop on h6, and after such a move as queen c6, queen h6 would be simply winning. However, there would be one way in which black could save himself here, and that's not by playing queen c6, but queen c8. This has the benefit that after queen takes h6, queen f5 check would be possible, leading to a well-known mating pattern. So after queen c8, white would not token h6, but he would play d7. But then after queen a6, again threatening mate, and a3, black would have two pieces attacked, but after queen a4, again chasing the white king, this would lead to a forced perpetual check. A takes b, queen d1 check, king a2 and queen a4 check. So, after rook d8 and rook d6, Kasparov could have taken the draw with rook d6, e d6 and queen c8, etc. However, after rook d6, he had a much stronger and more surprising move. He played here the beautiful queen c6, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Now it becomes clear that, of course, you still can't take the queen, because rook d1 again is checkmate. And queen takes h6 also isn't good because of queen e4, and the same mate we saw earlier will follow. So, well, what about knight d2 then? Well, then queen takes g2 follows, and again, for instance, queen h6, queen h1 check, knight f1, which is forced, and again this lethal check on e4. And last but not least, after queen c6, rook e6 would fail also because of bishop f4. Beautiful interpositioning move, which again threatens queen e4 check. So, after queen c6, it was Beliavsky's turn to sink his head into his hands and find a solution. Well, the best move, and the one he played, was a3, trying to chase this knight then. But now, rook takes d6 followed, and after e takes d6, black can immediately win this pawn with queen takes d6. Again, there is a mating thread, so now a takes b followed, and c takes b followed. And we could say that now the smoke has cleared and black is winning. Materially, white is not even doing so badly, but of course his king is very vulnerable, and his pieces are not cooperating well enough, and black can generate threats which are simply undefendable. So queen e4 was played. Yeah, I suppose it's just to try and protect the rook from another angle and try to protect some white squares around white's king also. But now b3, really the final nail to the coffin was played, again threatening queen d1 check. Now Beliavsky could have tried this queen exchange, but then also he would lose because of the strong pawn on b3 and the better coordination of black's pieces, who would be threatening mate again after rook c8. So rook e1 would be necessary, but after rook c2, of course, black would be simply winning. So in the game, after b3, Beliavsky played knight d4, blocking the d file for now. But here comes rook f4, attacking everything. And after queen a8 and bishop f8, blocking the check and renewing the threats to white's knight, Beliavsky resigned. Well, I hope you enjoyed that nice little game fragment. I will add the PGN file for your download convenience. Okay, I will hope to see you again some other time when we are watching another famous chess combination. Bye bye.